Okay, everybody. Hey, you sent in a lot of questions that we tried to answer over the last 5 weeks in this Ask Me Anything sermon series. Special thanks to Pastor Chris Poirier for leaving his church, River Valley, and coming and helping us answer the questions, and for our executive pastor, Troy Singleton. Thank you guys both for all of your hard work. Now what I want to do is just answer some questions that came in online that we didn't get a chance to answer live, and I'm just going to pose these to you guys, and we'll post these answers on social media. Parenting. Okay, when two spouses raising a child disagree on discipline, how do you guys do that? And I just want to say, I can't wait to hear your answers, because I have never, ever met a couple in my life that both perfectly agree on discipline of their children. So this is every couple that I've ever heard of in my life that have children. How do you do that when you and your spouse disagree on discipline? How to discipline, what to discipline, when you, or the way you discipline?
I'll make it easy to hand it back to Troy.
You just said you get the hard answer.
My wife and I don't have children, so I don't want to speak entirely out of turn, but can speak to the realities of disagreement in marriage, that like a lot of things that we've said here, that grace, listening to understand, because before we were married, we both came from different places. Yeah. We were both raised by different families, different life experiences, and that's all going to come into an individual when they eventually get around to raising their kids, right? Mm-hmm. So, speaking from the position of not knowing personally, and certainly not pretending to write the book just because it says pastor in front of my name, because that is not how this works.
You're not exempt with the pastor in front of your name.
Right, absolutely not, and don't want to pretend that way. So this is just my ability to be able to say, like a lot of other things, you need to listen and you need to understand and apply grace, but I think this one is you gents.
Like Chris was saying, he hit on it right at the end, is what I was going, compromising with you and your spouse. And marriage is all about compromising. You talk to each other, you express, hey, you talk about your background, they talk about theirs, and how they were raised, and they explain, hey, being raised in a household where we didn't spank, and the other person gives the example of being raised in a house that they did spank, and you deal with, and now come to your kids, because y'all are different from your kid that y'all had together, and you look at the best solutions that meets both of your requirements, and whatever that may be, compromising on how to discipline them to get through it. But to say, no, I'm just going to do this, like Chris said, I'm the man, and I'm going to do, we're going to spank, or we're not going to spank, so that's just not going to work.
Yeah, that ain't going to fly. And just as you heard from these two guys, what you're hearing us say is, you work it out, and it's tense, and sometimes it's frustrating, but if I can do anything for you, I have never, ever met a couple in my life that 100% agree on how to handle discipline with their own children. So welcome to the club. And everybody just works it out. That's how you do it.